Our mission is to make life a moving experience for all. And I really feel like in order to accomplish that mission, we need to appreciate what that means, because that is our objective: make life a moving experience for all. And my point of view on what that means as someone that doesn't live in a chair is different than someone who does. And I think in order to fulfill our mission, we need to have an appreciation for the challenges and the opportunities that are presented for someone who's in a chair on a regular basis.
We hit the road and went out in the driving rainstorm and got soaking wet, learning about how our customers have to spend more time outside maybe than usually think about, just because of the length of time it takes to get about. So we took off from here and went to the post office. That was probably the most interesting place we stopped. So the post office is not accessible, and you got to get into this tiny little vestibule and then ring a doorbell, and then up on a wall it's got this sign that I didn't like at all. It said, handicapped people, press the button for service or something like that. So I thought that was sort of second-class treatment for people to see a sign like that. But Heather, the postmaster there, was super nice and helpful, and she was very agreeable about that post office in the modern era should be fully accessible as a federal building under ADA rules. And I think we're going to hopefully get behind it as a company and see that it is changed.
Those of you who know me know that I love drinking a cup of hot tea in the morning. So again, with this desire to be independent, I went ahead and got myself a cup of hot water, and as soon as I negotiated the chair and moved a little bit, I got that hot water spilled all over my hand. So that hurt. And I learned that that's not the right way to get yourself a hot beverage. So as I had an opportunity later in the day to get a cup of tea at the convenience store by the gas station, I made sure I didn't fill the cup all the way, and I used a lid, half full with a lid. So that's my learning for the day, or one of my learnings for the day.
By the time I went out to the factory floor, I had to move air hoses out of the way. I had to close some of the doors to get up and down the line and talk to the people. I was able to make it around fairly well. My only issue was just being tired out there after working my arms.
Just worried about this thing here. How are ya? I don't think I can get through here though.
I know, but can
You want me to go all the way around? All right. Maneuvering around on the production floor was different. I rolled around with a different point of view than I have if I were walking around, because little obstacles that I normally would swerve around or just walk past aren't little obstacles when you have to negotiate a chair in some of those spaces. Because with this here, right, I've got to just maneuver in just enough. That's probably not designed so well.
We went to Poblano's and got some lunch. We had a handicap spot at the front, but again, we noticed that the handicap spot is not wide enough. So we need the nice, wide, federally approved parking spots. These skinny ones are worthless. And we came out after lunch and we got trapped in there, and Dawn had to move the car to be able to get the ramp open and be able to get in and out of it. And again, on a rainy day like this, those small things really hit home. Again, you get soaking wet trying to just do something as simple as maneuvering around and getting in and out of the restaurant.
I think I now have an understanding of why the ramps themselves to the vehicles need to be as wide as they need to be, because you can't line yourself up. And sometimes as you're going up there manually, you may get off to one side or to the other, and you may end up hitting that side wall of the ramp. And I also have a newfound understanding of the ramp angle, because I had difficulty getting in the vehicle at first because the angle and the way I was moving the wheels and the way I was shifting my weight was all off. And now I can understand why the ramp angle, the slightest angle, the smallest angle possible, is best for the person who's in the wheelchair.
I think this really reinforces the appreciation for our customers, and it expands my view of their experience beyond just getting in and out of a van, which is what we focus on every day, or getting into and out of a lift in a bus or a commercial vehicle. But their experience is so much greater than in and out of a car. And so it helps me understand how I can advocate for these customers in a different way outside of just the scope of the BraunAbility products, but advocating for making everyday life easier. What can we do as community members, not just in Winnemac, but wherever we work and live, to advocate for changes to make experiences in life easier for those in chairs?
It says,
Ooh, hello. Door's open. Door's open. Hello. We've arrived.
Sorry, man, I didn't.
Let me turn the other way.
This is actually nicer than having to walk with the trash can.